What up, guys? Welcome to Chiquis and Chill. I am so excited for you. You are here to learn, to grow, to become the best version of yourself, and that makes me very excited, and I appreciate it. And today, we have a very special episode, especially since, Christmas is around the corner, which means that the new year is around the corner. And with that being said, I thought it would be really helpful and knowledgeable to bring my personal friend and my personal trainer to the podcast. And his name is Coty Griggs. A round of applause, please.
Thank you. Quite the intro.
Well, you liked it?
I did.
Yeah.
Yes. It makes me feel like somebody,
You are somebody.
First of all, we all are somebody.
Yes.
Clock that T.
Yeah. Ooh.
But it's affirming when you hear it.
Yeah. No, I see you. You're amazing at what you do. You're amazing. Like you have changed Emilio's body. You're changing mine. I'm getting a bunch of compliments. But also, he's like a online like celebrity. I love to see your stuff. I love to see like your. I always tell you, I'm a huge fan of his content. It's freaking funny. So you are definitely like. Yes. As soon as I met you, I was like, dude, there's something about this person that I really like and I connect with because I found him, just FYI, I want to tell you guys a story real quick.
Did.
I found him for Emilio. I was trying to get him, it was lessons for last Christmas, actually. So it's a year.
It's a year.
It's a year.
It's our anniversary.
It's
no
our
shade, Emilio.
anniversary. Yeah. Yeah, because you guys, Christmas is upon us. And have you done your Christmas shopping?
No.
Neither have I. Okay. It's okay, though. It's all good. I think I'm just going to give my nieces and nephews and my siblings just here.
I'm a procrastinator at heart, but I'm going to always hit the nail on the head.
Same. I'm the same. Even if I procrastinate, like for me, I'm like, I just work a little better under pressure.
Just a little bit. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So anywho, going back. So yes, it's been a year now. I've been working out with you, 4 months, I think?
We started roughly June, July-ish.
Okay.
So I guess probably July would be a solid time to say that we started.
Yeah. Okay. So yes, you've been working out with Emilio for a year now.
Mm-hmm.
So I have seen his body change like crazy, guys. I don't know. He might get upset with me to say, like, you guys already know how I am on my podcast. I say things the way it is, but his booty is so nice. It is so nice. And I'm like, babe, like he grew an ass. You can grow an ass, Cody. Let these people know that you can grow an ass, please.
Baby, you can grow anything as long as you plant that seed and water it.
Yes, absolutely. Because I swear I've seen it and people are like, oh, I'm just going to go get injections or I'm going to get all that stuff. Okay, fine. Whatever tickles your pickle. But if you want to grow one naturally, you can definitely do it.
Definitely do it. Does it take a little pain, hard work, and suffering? Yes, but what doesn't when you want something so bad?
Yeah, absolutely.
Not to say he walked in there saying he wanted to ask y'all, by the way. It just
he didn't.
It just comes with the picture because I really believe in training to build first the body you want to see, and secondly, from there being whole body with the perspective and also being proportioned.
Yes.
I want everything to grow at the same time.
And that's one thing. And you're very you focus a lot on legs. Can you tell me why? I mean, I know why, but I want them to know why.
I focus on everything, but especially legs and core. That is what we use to hold us up. That is our foundation. And a little bit about my background. I have my bachelor's in kinesiology. I also worked in physical therapy before I started training. So with that, I train with a very holistic perspective. So that means making sure the body functions well. So if we have tight hamstrings or weak glutes or bad posture, those are things that we need to attack while we are going through your program to accomplish your goals.
That is the truth, because I'm gonna tell you guys, I'm living proof of it. Because when I came to Cody, I've always had an issue with my left foot because I have this thing. I have to go to the chiropractor, like something in my hips, like my whole family has it. So I always have to get adjusted. So when I'm not adjusted, like my foot hurts and like the whole thing. And I was like, my feet hurt, my lower back hurts. And he's like, okay, didn't say anything. He's like, all right, cool. And I swear to you, like maybe about 3 weeks in, a month in, he's like, hey, so how's your foot pain? I'm like, oh my God, I don't feel it. He's like, good. It's like, that's what we've been working at. And I honestly, my lower back only hurts when my period comes around, it's, hormonal thing. But my feet, everything is so much better. And I think I know it has to do with like the core that we've been working on. My core is a lot stronger. I feel like my singing is even better. for some reason. I think, well, obviously because...
It's my first time hearing this.
Oh, I didn't tell you this?
No.
Oh my God, my bad. Okay, well, yeah, because I'm on stage and I'm able to like move a little better and like sing like while I move. You know what I mean? I'm not like out of breath.
Yeah.
And it's because you have me out of breath at the gym.
Clock that T. Cody gonna have you out of breath.
Yes, Cody will have you.
Let me tell you.
I look around at the gym and I'm like, what the F? I get so pissed because I'm like, I look like crap, first of all. I don't care. I go in there. Matching is the most that you'll get out of me. Other than that, like my hair's messed up. I don't wear any makeup. Like I'm in there to do what I got to do.
Just a little context. We start at 7 a.m. or earlier.
Yes.
So looking cute is a little bit of a challenge.
Yes.
We're happy to be in the building.
Exactly. I'm like, I just got to get my ass there because I usually like to work around 6:30, work out around 6:30 or 7. So I swear to you, and I get all red and I'm like, why isn't anyone literally in this gym looking the way I'm looking? I'm huffing and puffing. I'm like, fuck. And I'm doing this. And I'm like, I swear I have to, sometimes I'm like, fuck me. And I say all these things that I'm sorry, Cody. I don't say it very loud. You're like, I won't. But yeah, I because dude, you kick my ass. And Emilio tells me that you kick his ass too.
Thank you.
I mean, I see it. Okay, so let's go back a little bit.
Yes.
What made you want to be a trainer?
What made me want to be a trainer was my own fitness journey. Growing up, I was not exactly happy with my body. I felt like the fat kid, and I kind of always was. I was one pant size bigger than I am now when I was around 12 and 13 years old.
Okay.
So that's in men's clothes as a preteen going into being a teenager. And then what happened was while I'm, finding out where I am, figuring out what sport I like to play. I was playing a little bit of basketball at the time, but at the time also a lot of the kids started growing a little taller than I was. Then I wasn't as agile because I was a little round. But when I got in high school, I joined the swim team. After that, I was like, okay, my swimmer body's kind of fading. Going to the gym wasn't much of an interest, but my friend group at the time, they were starting to join a gym. At the time, I was hanging out with a lot more straight friends. I mean, I still have straight friends, but we was gym bros. We was in a pain. We was getting active. And then that sparked a huge interest in me. Then I discovered that I want to see that for other people. So I approach it with that level of compassion and empathy. And throughout my educational career and my experience with working in physical therapy, it made me want to actually treat the body while we work on the body as well.
Yeah. And I love that. I love that because I can tell that you're very passionate about it. And like you said, firsthand, and which is I've been dealing with my weight forever since I can remember. I don't know, 8 years old. I always was the big girl in school and the whole thing. So it's been a thing. And I finally clicked not so long ago that it's a lifestyle. This is a freaking lifestyle. It's not just the quick fix. I wanted to do the quick lipo. I did that. I did the pills. I did the injections. I did everything quick. And it's a journey, guys. It's a freaking journey, and hormones and everything that's in our food and making the best choices. And right now I feel more than anything, something is definitely shifting in my life where I'm like, I really, really, really more than ever want to make even better choices because I've gotten a lot better with my food, but I can get better. I can definitely get better because I want to feel good more than anything. Like I want to have more energy, mental clarity.
And it's also, I feel like the level of accomplishment that you reach for yourself and like, wow, like I achieved something. I also don't want this to wither away where it's just like, you can have, while you're doing any other alternative methods that could help you cut a corner, you have the perspective of, I can have my little week off and go back to doing whatever I was doing to bring myself back on track. But when you worked 4 months down the road and also your whole life to bring you to this point too, you're like, I'm not going to give myself too much wiggle room because I got here and I'm going to stay here. I feel good here and I want to keep this going.
Absolutely. It's consistency. It's like what you just said, feeling accomplished. And dude, like right now I'm pushing weight that I've never pushed in my entire life.
Clock it. Tell them what you're doing.
Ooh, okay. So I am pushing, on my squats, and I'm doing the squats correctly now because I was doing some squats where I was like, this, you got to be as straight as possible, put the shoulders back and squat real low. And I'm doing 65 pounds.
Let them know because before we started working together, to my knowledge, you have yet to do a lot of barbell work.
Yes.
And for the girlies and the boys that are unaware, the bar is 45 pounds itself. So we're moving weight, even if it is just the bar. So we have accomplished squatting, deadlifting, and bench pressing all with the bar, which hasn't been done for you.
It has not. And I freaking love it. And it makes me feel so powerful. And I feel amazing, like to the point where sometimes it's harder to get to the gym than other days because of work, because of whatever. But when I get there and I get out of there, that's when I feel the sexiest. When they tell me, when do you feel the sexiest? When I'm walking out of the damn gym. I'm like, fuck yeah, I just did that. I feel good. I just pushed it. Like I was working harder than a lot of people in that gym. No shade to anybody, but I'm just saying, like, I get out of there, I'm red.
Yeah.
Like I'm red. My hair's like not as cute as it is right now. Hold on, let me fix it real quick. But that's a thing. I think something clicked where I'm like, I need to fuel my body with good stuff and make better choices. And the good thing is Emilio and I are both on the same page now.
Yes.
That helps so much. So much. We sometimes, we get excited and we make not so good choices. But a lot of the
that's
times
life,
we're like,
though. You gotta allow yourself
have
time to enjoy life and what it's about.
Yeah. And that's what I love about you, because you definitely do that. Like you enjoy your life. Like I feel like he works out like, I don't know, like 6-7 times a week.
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah. And he eats a lot of protein. I'm like, fuck, how am I going to get to that amount? Because I have to eat a certain amount to like keep my muscles, nice and strong. But you also have fun.
I have my fun.
Yeah. And
it may not be much, but I let this hair down.
Boom. And I love that, because I'm like, it doesn't give me that much pressure where I feel like I don't want to lie to you. I don't want to, like, you're not like my daddy. You know what I mean? Like, I want to be honest.
I'm a daddy, but I'm not your daddy.
Exactly. Yes. Ooh. And he's single. Y'all just, I don't know. I'm just,
Yes.
Are you? Yeah, right? You're single.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I mean, I was like over here.
As single as a dollar bill.
Okay. I love him. Before we go on, a lot of people, me included, I did this for years. We're like, okay, I'm going to start the new year. I'm going to lose weight, blah, blah, blah. And then start real hard in January, February, and the freaking gym is packed. And then all of a sudden in March, we see no one. And then they start coming back for summer for like a month. And like, guys, this is a life thing. So anyways,
Fitness is forever.
Fitness is forever.
Yeah.
It is. And now I'm addicted. I like how my body's like changing. I could see little things.
You want to know why?
Why?
Because movement is medicine,
Yes, yes. Movement is medicine. Okay, so we hear, going back to my question, we constantly hear about reaching 10,000 steps a day. Is this really effective, or is it just like a gimmick?
I would say when it comes to getting your steps in, for some, it's more of an adherence to moving around. So if you find yourself being more sedentary, or you're not one to exactly do cardio, maybe that goal of hitting the ground 10,000 times is going to be better for you and a better reminder, rather than you just sitting there without having any type of number floating around.
So it's better than nothing.
So it's better than nothing.
Right.
Now,
okay.
there is now people eat me up for this all the time, because when they're like, I park further, or I take the stairs, and I'm like, while all of that is great to contribute to your 10,000 steps, there is a fine line between physical activity and exercise. Physical activity is walking from your car to the door. Physical activity is something physical that you have to do. Now, exercise is physical activity with a structured goal. So we need to exercise as minimally as just 150 minutes per week. That is barely 2.5 hours. So 150 minutes per week to reap the benefits, the health benefits of exercise.
Dude, we've never talked about, I love your freaking brain. And I'm not just saying this. This is something I mind you, Cody and I are both cancers, so we really love each other.
Period.
Yes, I feel like we got close really quick, but I love that you're not only a good-looking man, and I'm not just trying to like toot your horn, but I'm going to toot it, but you're also very intelligent. Like, obviously you have a bachelor's and everything, but it's like I've never heard that once in my whole life. What you just said, like, it's true, where it's, yes, obviously it makes sense when you really think about it, like the difference. But I think working out is like people, yes, it's good. You guys, we need to move the 10,000 steps. I think, again, like you said, it's better than nothing. But I always say you need to break a little bit of a sweat. Like that is what's really going to change your metabolism, is going to like make it faster and release toxins. I really feel like at least 20 minutes to break a sweat, right? To do a little bit of cardio.
Something. I mean, the 150 minutes per week can look a little different, however you want to divide that up. But that's
150
like
minutes. Okay.
Oh, child, the movie Wicked is what, 2 hours and 40 minutes? If you could sit there and watch that in one day, you got time to go get up and fly and defy gravity.
That is true.
And work out and spread that time across the week. So let that, going into the new year, focus on that, having structure, having a goal, have it be measurable, have it be attainable. And lastly, realistic. You got to be real with yourself.
Yeah.
You know, if you went from not working out to, all right, y'all, next week I'm gonna get up, I'm gonna go 5 days a week. You just went from 0 to 5. Okay, yeah, good luck.
And then you burn yourself out.
You're like, this shit hurts, because it does.
Yes.
Now, if you give your body time to acclimate to where month 1, the goal is 3 days, month 2, the goal is 4 days, and then build yourself up to the 5 days, because your 5-day people are lifestyle people. It's ingrained. We have the mentality of, I'm going to the gym the night before we go to the gym. And that's kind of where it starts too. You can't have that mentality of, I think I'm gonna make it work tomorrow, let me see. Or it's like, no, I'm going tomorrow. You wake up the next day, it's already in your head, I'm gonna do this, rather than hoping it's gonna come. You know where I would be if I hope a lot of things came to me?
Exactly.
I won't be in this chair.
Yeah, because I think, and one thing I will say, the first 2 weeks are the hardest.
Definitely.
So you just need to get through those 2 weeks of not wanting to wake up and just hating it. But once you get through those 2 weeks, for me at least, and what I've noticed like throughout my life, because I've come back and forth, but now I feel like I'm really like, it's different now.
Yeah.
That's like, I feel like just to give you guys a little bit of hope, because it will be a little hard. And right now, what you just said, like before I used to have this mentality of, oh, in a month, I'm going to lose 30 pounds. First of all, it's not healthy.
It's not healthy and it's not realistic.
It's not realistic.
Yeah.
And then when I did it and I'm like, I'm not moving weight, it's only a pound. And I'm like, what? And I get so discouraged. It's like, no, it's having, like you said, something that's obtainable, small, short-term goals. Or sometimes what Emilio and I do, it's like, okay, it's January. We're planning a vacation in June. So we're working towards that. So it's like, realistic goals.
Right. You have your long-term goal, and then you ask yourself, well, what am I doing short-term or today to bring myself to that? And that applies to everything in and out of the gym.
Very true. Dude, I should bring you on the damn podcast all the time. Okay. So what is more important? Let's say, okay, because we get this all the time. Okay. Is eating healthy more important than working out? If you had to choose between the two, let's say, or is it just do both? I know what you're probably going to do.
$1 million question. Is it really 80% nutrition and 20% working out?
Is it?
On the grand scheme of things, yes and no.
Okay.
And here's where it comes from. I always say we have 24 hours in a day. You work out for 1 to 2 of those hours. There's 22 to 23 more hours left in the day for you to complete everything you just worked for in the gym or completely fuck it up. So that's where it comes from, to where some people might feel like it's more work for the nutrition because you have to focus on that for a longer duration of the day.
Yeah.
But you need both. You gotta move your ass.
Yeah, you gotta move your ass.
Okay, you gotta shake it. You gotta move it, shake it, have fun, and move it in the gym, and then eat right to have the bigger picture be accomplished. Whereas you lift your weights, and it's more than lifting weight, and more so for women. I really need the ladies to understand you won't get bulky. It's for everyone to hold your skeleton in place. We want to have functional joints. I
love that. Yeah.
By the time you're mid-30s, you shouldn't have a bad back. I'm
Absolutely.
31 and I can still throw it back.
Yeah. Yeah. And
And there's no age limit on it, is there?
No,
Well,
absolutely not.
okay.
Absolutely not.
We still throwing it.
We still throwing it. And I'm going to throw it till I'm fucking 60, but maybe 70. But honestly, yes, because see, that's the thing. Like our bodies start giving up on us, guys, when we stop taking care of it. And I know a lot of people were like, okay, I'll just work out and eat bad. Dude, like you have to love yourself enough to do this. And I'm talking to myself right now as well, because this has been a long ass journey, guys. Like you guys know that I've never want to preach about something that I first haven't gone through, or you know what I mean? Or experiencing it at the moment. So all I'm saying is it's love yourself enough to say, I'm going to do this for myself. I'm going to get there. You don't have to do an hour in the gym yet. You build yourself up to that and make better choices. Instead of eating 4 slices of pizza, eat 1 and eventually don't eat any. And or say Monday through Friday, I'm going to eat healthy. And then on weekends, I'm going to have a little bit of like what I didn't have during the week. And like little by little, it's just making changes that are going to benefit you in the long run, because I started seeing the difference in how I was moving, and I wasn't able to move as fast and get up. Now I can get up and I feel like I bounce up. I don't even know how to explain it. I remember I told you that the other day. I was like, shit, like I bounced up. Like before I was like, oh, and I'm not old. You know what I mean? But my body was like, you're not moving enough. You're not giving me what I need. How can I give you what you need?
And some people accept that as their fate. You know, by the time they hit anywhere from the 30 to 50 mark, they start to physically decline, in which honestly the physical decline starts at 25. But how active you are determines when you're going to feel it between 35 and 45.
Yeah.
But it's not a normal experience to, oh, my back hurt. Let me go see what I can get for my back. Or let me go to the chiropractor or something.
Yeah.
It's all the way back to movement is medicine. And with that said, make sure the movements that you're doing in the gym make sense and they have a purpose, right?
Yeah.
You know, when we meet, especially more so in the beginning when we're laying down that foundation, I'm explaining a lot more of what I'm doing, and I'm like, we're doing this because this.
Right.
We are working your hamstrings to lengthen your posterior chain to hopefully alleviate your potential plantar fasciitis in your left foot, and then here we are, however many months and weeks later, you're like, oh shit, I didn't even realize the pain was gone.
Yeah.
You know, so but not even that, you feel better. You're like, wait, my leg's looking good. So it's you alleviate the pain and you have these exercises that make sense, you know?
Yeah, I absolutely. And that's what I love. You always explain everything to me. If I have any question, like you always have an answer for it. When I'm in the gym, I'm like, why do we do this? And this, blah, blah, blah. That's important, guys. Always ask questions.
Ask questions. And if your trainer can't answer why,
run.
Run, and both of y'all might need a book.
For real. Okay, so I know we've talked about a whole lot of things, but let's talk a little bit about, like, for instance, you know, training can be expensive. People
Talk about
can,
it,
you know,
it can.
Yeah,
and so can a gym membership.
Exactly, it can. So, are there things, any like suggestions that you have that people can do, like at home, or you know, anything?
Fortunately, we live in these great modern times where things are so accessible. And I might even say this a little bit, like industries are kind of oversaturated to where there's a lot of people that you could tap into. Whereas like, even if, you know, hair and makeup is your thing, there's so many hair and makeup artists to follow. So back to the fitness realm, there's so many YouTube videos that are centered around home workouts. There's apps that you can download for free that have basic muscle group rotations to guide you through the gym. At home, you can get on the floor, put a towel down. You pretty much barely need equipment to work on your core, and that can alleviate back pain. You don't really need equipment to stretch and work on your flexibility. You know what?
That's probably a good thing. I don't know. I mean, if you'd be open to it, but like on your socials, maybe doing like at home workouts, like, I don't know, like doing push-ups on the counter, for instance, or using a chair, I don't know, something, you know, like, I don't know, maybe.
Yeah. Every once in a while I do post workout routines. I keep that as a little bit of a factor to my socials, just because once again, to that whole saturated
Yeah,
feeling.
yeah, yeah.
When I
know what you
do it, I
mean.
like to have my own little vibe to it rather
get
than
that.
just, we're scrolling through like another workout routine. I like to have
Yeah.
my own little flair to
I love it.
things.
It's like there has to be balance. Like it's a little bit of personal and boom, like absolutely. And even if you are in the gym, you're being funny. So I like that. I think that that's, great. And I'm
Yeah.
going to be showing a lot more of my workout, guys, on my Instagram because you guys have been asking. So I'm definitely going to be doing that. And before we go though, something that's really important, like just little tips for nutrition, because we did say it is important, you guys.
Yes.
It's high protein.
High protein.
Veggies.
Protein and veggies,
Yeah.
they're going to lead the way. Even if you are plant-based, you still have to be very protein-based. Another thing is when it comes to any diet per se, the gold standard is eating less than you burn. Now, sometimes, some people have these Apple Watches that tells you how many calories you're burning in a day. You should be eating a few less 100 calories than that. When it comes to intermittent fasting, you're still in a way restricting your eating. You're not necessarily thinking of calorie because you're thinking of time. So a lot of these things that are mental tricks for you to still adhere to the basic principle of eating less than you burn.
Yes. Well,
okay? So when you at home and you eating them chips,
I know.
eat less. Pour it on a little napkin so you can see what your portion is. Put that
portion
bag,
control.
Put that bag back in the cupboard and leave it. Eat it. And then if you're hungry, then look for a more nutrient dense meal. I'm gonna leave it on the last thing is when you're eating something, ask yourself, what am I gaining from this meal? What vitamins, what macros am I gonna benefit from this?
Is this really good for my body?
Exactly.
Now I'm like, and the portion control has changed my life. And getting the word diet out of my head has changed my life. Yeah.
Yeah. It's that because that whole perspective, you already feel restricted, and feeling restricted is not a good feeling. But feeling balanced is better. Oh, okay.
Yes.
I'm done. Y'all can wrap it up.
I know. And we get to choose, okay? That's a thing more than anything. I don't like feeling restricted. No, I like to choose, and I want to choose good things for me. Okay, so now talking about weights and cardio. I used to be a cardio queen, y'all.
Okay.
I could be on that elliptical for like 45 minutes to an hour. I was like, I got this. But yeah, it was maybe like, it was just too much. Now I don't do as much cardio because I feel like my cardio is with you, and I'll do 20 minutes here and there, 30 like when I don't see you. But tell us the difference. Is it important to do both? Is it like, I don't know.
I would say before I answer that, as someone that kind of experienced both sides, being more cardio dominant and now maybe doing a little bit more weights than the cardio, how do you feel now after doing a little bit more weight training than only doing cardio?
Love him. Well, so I definitely see a much bigger change, quicker change in my body, and obviously the strength with just doing weights, which is why I've been like, okay, like I know my heart needs the cardio, so I'll do 20 minutes. But even when I'm with you, I'm puffing, like I'm moving. It's not, you've got me doing like, what are those things when we do two at once? Supersets?
Supersets.
Those. So I'm like constantly moving when we're like, I have little breaks, but.
No, I'm always looking at the clock.
He's like, boop, 30 seconds, let's go, girl.
We're talking, and then I'm like, 3, 2, 1. Okay, go. Back to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then I can't talk while I'm working out. So I'm like, so I was saying my break, but I see the difference in my body with the weights. 100%. And I still like cardio, but now it's boring to me.
Well,
so I don't know.
Back to your answer, and you pretty much answered it, and you said you need both. You need the cardio, you need the healthy heart, you need to keep your heart beating at a certain beats per minute and pulse over a certain duration of time to keep your heart healthy. And when that heart rate goes up, so does your ventilation, your breathing. You need healthy lungs. You need that exchange for a certain amount of time. And then you need the weights to feel better in your skin. So I'm sorry, y'all. I know it sounds like it's a lot of work, but you build to it and you can get there.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Like I feel like the weights, I see like now like a lot of these red carpets I've been doing freaking.
Let them know. Tell them how we've been seeing these arms.
I'm like, well, my shoulders, my arms, dude. If you guys go back and look at all my red carpets, arms are always covered, and Always. Now I show a little bit more, and it's because I'm feeling so confident. Like I see the difference. Like I'm flexing everywhere. I'm like, y'all look, because Emilio's flexing everywhere. Oh, and I'm like, well, look at mine.
He is.
Dude, I now it's gotten better.
I love it for him. I love it for him though.
Me too. I love it. I'm so excited to be like, look, babe, look, and I'm like, dude, his body has changed. So
it's like watching two of my paintings walk around. If you think
I
about
love it. Yes. And he was gonna tell you. I don't know if did he tell you about the video that we shot?
He was showing me a little bit. And he showed me the shot of his back.
Of his back. He's
and
like,
then
oh
I
my
said,
God.
you know what? Now you see what your back looks like.
Yes.
He's been asking me, how do you see what your back looks like? And I said, well, it's a little awkward. You gotta, and I'm like, well, I doubt you're trying to do that, but you'll find out.
Yeah, his back looks great. He came out on my video. You guys will see it very soon, guys. And Emilio was like, dude, I would have never felt comfortable to do that before. He's like, I hope that I can freaking like have Cody for I don't know how many years. I'm like, don't trip, babe. I even told you. I said, I don't know what I got to do, who I got to let go of. If I got to sell my house, I'm keeping Cody because I love the way I'm feeling and I love the way I'm looking. So.
And I appreciate you guys for seeing the value in me too, which is a very humbling and big thing of gratitude that I feel for people that are locked in with me for so long and that don't even think they're going to start being locked in with me for so long. So I just try to uphold that same level on day 100 that I have on day 1 to continue to give you guys what you need, but to provide that level of service, but once again, to keep you feeling good in your skin, because that's what it's all about. And I mean, tell you all these little dumbass jokes during the sessions to keep you engaged.
I love it. You guys have to like check him out on Instagram. Before he leaves, he'll give it to you guys, but he's hilarious. He's funny. He does workout stuff, but in a funny way. I'm sure if they DM you with questions, are you willing to answer?
I'm willing to answer. Keep it fitness related.
Yeah, keep it fitness related.
but we can chat. It's interesting, when I turned 30 a little over a year ago, my goal was to figure out where I am with presenting myself a little bit more outside of training. I've always felt like I've had a little bit of personality to share, and I just wanted to find a way to convey that in my training and also outside of the gym. So it was Instagram and the podcast that I have that helped me do that too.
Tell them about your podcast. What is it called?
Well, the podcast is pitch. The podcast is called Same Mom, Different Dads. It's with my brother and I because we have the same mom, different dads. We look alike, but people think we're twins. I'm like, read the damn title of the podcast. Anyway, it's about if you didn't know by now, I'm a little homosexual, but he is too. It's about our Black and gay shared experience as a sibling duo in media representation of gays. There's always this one image of it, which is hyper feminine, but there's a full spectrum of feminine to masculine. And my brother and I feel like we both sway throughout that entire spectrum. And also for Black and people of color, for the representation with gays with that too. There isn't too much of that. So get your daily dose of laughs, and we tie in current events with a perspective of from where we come from, whether that's work, it's political, it's current events, relationships, dating, all that. Come kiki with us.
Yes. Your brother is also very, very hilarious. You guys are so like, but yet so different.
Right.
Yes.
Like you meet us like on the outside, it's so similar, but the more you talk to us, you're like, they're
so
not.
different. Like, I'm like, what the heck? I love him. His name is Julian. Shout out to Julian.
Did I say his name? Oh my gosh. Shout out to Julian.
No, you didn't. I did. Shout out to Julian. We went to dinner once, all 4 of us, Emilio, Julian, and Cody and I.
One of the best dinners ever.
Yes, it was fabulous. I was like, you know what? F it. I'm going to ask him, because Emilio was so shy to ask him to go to dinner for a long time. And I'm like, don't worry, I got it. I'm going to do it. And we did it, and we made it happen. And then you came over for my mother-in-law's birthday, and you were there. Everyone loved you. It was a girls' party. So, of course, Cody was there. We had so much fun.
I love being a gay. I can do the boys' nights and the girls' nights. I'm infiltrating the systems.
Yeah, because Emilio's straight, and like you guys have great conversations. He loves talking to you. Like, I love that. Like, I feel like you are very good. Like, I didn't know. I would see you at the gym, and I didn't know that you were gay. Like, I didn't. And then, we talked, and then I was like, okay, cool. I love me the gays. Everyone knows
Yeah, I
that.
mean, like, especially at work, it's not that I suppress any of
Mhm.
it, but I just have my professional hat on.
Mhm.
But yeah, just as you see, as soon as you start talking to me for about 5 minutes, you're like, there's a lot going on here.
No, but then he'll walk around. He'll be like, shake his little his booty. You guys will see on his Instagram. Tell him what your Instagram is.
My Instagram is @_C3 spelled out THIRD.
See the third.
And then since we're talking about handles for the
Yes.
podcast, it's @SameMomDiffDads DIFF on all platforms, TikTok, Twitter, aka X, even though it might be moving out there is a little problematic.
I know.
But,
I was like, I still
but
call it. Yeah.
I still call it Twitter.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
gonna be Twitter.
Yeah.
But anyway, all those platforms _C3 and then @SameMomDiffDads.
I love it. So you guys, this is Cody. Now you have met him on the
Thank you.
podcast. A lot of my guy friends have asked me that, is he single, blah, blah, blah. Now you guys know he is not single. And I don't know if he's ready to mingle. That is on him. You
Wait,
guys
I am
figure it
single.
out.
What you mean?
Okay, no, I said, I don't, I'm sorry. No, he is single.
Okay, hold on.
Sorry, he is single. Sorry, I got confused. He is single. I don't know if he's ready to mingle. You guys figure that out. You guys, I don't know. But
We can talk.
you can talk. So anyways, Cody, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for
being
having me on Chiquis and Chill.
I appreciate it. And you look very handsome, let me tell you.
Thank you.
Very
I
handsome.
was like, let me put on a little something. I know a little pink background, so I can put my little
Cute.
soft blue.
Cute. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
We love you. Thank you. I love you guys. This is a production of iHeartRadio and My Cultura Podcast Network. Follow us on Instagram My Cultura Podcasts and follow me, Chiquis, that's CHIQUIS. For more podcasts from iHeart, visit the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your favorite shows.